So, hello, Peter. It's great to speak to you today. And could you start with maybe introducing yourself, please?
Absolutely, Thomas. Great to see you again. So my name is Peter Irish, and I'm currently the CEO of the Barrett Group, a career management company that's been helping executives clarify their career objectives and find jobs for 30 years at this point. And obviously, we're talking today about the career change process and how it works in the US and in Europe.
Yeah. Look, it's great to work together with you as well. And I understand in your long and successful career, you actually use career services 5 times. And 3 of those times, I understand, were in Europe. So could you maybe share with us what was your experience, what value you get from that personally as Peter?
Yeah, the difficulty here will be keeping it short. So it's true. I'm kind of a poster child for the industry, Thomas. I have used career management services 5 times in my career with an 80% success rate and about a 2,000% return on my investment. Even before this industry existed, I guess I was using it. But specifically in Europe, the first time was in 1995. It was pretty much a simple resume mailing. We sent out about 1,400 cover letters and resumes to FMCG companies across Europe. As I recall, I had 14 interviews and 2 offers, and I joined Kimberly-Clark, where we met as a result of that. So that was the first instance. Probably it's gotten a little more complicated in the meantime, but so the next time was actually in London, where I went to a current competitor over there and paid them some money, and it was a total disaster and nothing happened. That was in 1998, and so I'm not sure I would recommend them. And the third time was over in Wiesbaden with another company that's active in Germany. And I'd have to say the German situation is a bit different than your Anglo approach to the market. It was a very formal CV package, with a paper cover and a beautiful black and white photograph that had been retouched and everything else. And we were looking for a C-level job. So we sent about 400 of those out, as I recall. And I had a couple of interviews and I got a wonderful offer. And that offer returned well over 500, so 5 times actually, 500% of the investment. So I was very happy with that result. So I've had a very positive experience overall. As I said, 80% success rate and about 2,000% return on my investments over the years.
Wow, that's really impressive. And but as you say, everyone career is our biggest asset, and if you invested it, the value grows, and if you don't, yeah, it's maybe not so easy.
Well, that's what really amazes me, because if you think about it, people's retirement is perhaps their largest asset, but over the course of their life, prior to their retirement, the thing that produces the most income from them consistently is their career, and they don't even recognize that it's an asset, that it requires maintenance, that it requires investment. They're happy to pay for their kids, they're happy to pay for their car, they're happy to pay for their house, but the thing that generates the most income in their life, they forget to invest in. So it's a good reminder. Thanks.
Yeah, but it doesn't concern our clients because they understand that concept.
Well, that's true. And of course, we've also got the COVID situation, and people say they'll use any excuse essentially not to invest in their careers. So currently, I like to point out that we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we've had 28 C-level or executive clients land in the last 8 weeks. There's a lot of activity at the executive level. You just have to find it.
No, you're totally right. I mean, that's also a biggest joy for us, seeing our clients actually finding the roles that they really want. And Peter, so, using so many different career management firms in your career, how do you compare them to what Barrett Group offers? Where do you see maybe how the Barrett Group is different or better to other firms? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. As I said, the Barrett Group's been active for 30 years, and I've only been with them for about 3 at this point. So it's not because of me, it's because of an evolved process over the years. And I think our process is probably a lot more clarified and proven than most, at least from the outside. We have 5 clear steps. So we begin with targeting. As far as I can see, that's unique in the industry. We have a program called the Clarity Program, which produces a very clear target, a holistic target for the career professional that represents a handshake between the client and the career consultant as to where we're going and how we're going to get there. So the first stage is targeting. Then, of course, we have to package or create the personal brand for the client. And that's obviously a question of resume or resumes or CVs, depending on the geography. And of course, your LinkedIn profile, very, very critical to your packaging. Then comes the market access stage. Now here, this is perhaps also unique. The Barrett Group focuses primarily on the unpublished market because these are where the jobs are. About 75% of our clients land through the unpublished market, about 10% through the recruiter market, which is often misunderstood, I think, and the 15% or so through the published market. So that's the market access stage. Then comes the preparation stage. So now we are preparing people for interviews to answer critical questions, to address gaps in their resumes, or in particular, transferability of skills and experience. That's always a question. And along the way, we help people negotiate their packages higher. We have a list of well over 100 compensation elements that we can always find something to increase the offer on the other side. And then lastly, there's the onboarding stage. And in the onboarding stage, essentially, we're helping people to reflect on the potential pitfalls as they enter a new organization, be it the dynamics between functions or executive personalities or whatever it is, so that they will optimize the opportunity for promotion and long-term compensation.
Yeah, I mean, it's well summarized. And, you know, for me, the biggest takeaway is the 3 differentiating points would be the Clarity Program, right? That's unique. The access to unpublished market, that's probably 2, but also support with the onboarding beyond just accepting the offer. I think that's another point that I think it's unique for the Barrett Group. So, Peter, thank you for talking to me today, and you know, it was my pleasure. Thanks a lot.
It was my pleasure too, Thomas. Great to see you again. Take care and good luck and stay healthy.
Yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.